Now we review the 2024 film Wicked, just like my sister's farts. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I have finally seen Wicked. Yeah, it was wicked. And a review. Now, I mean, look, I even have the book, just so you guys would know. I've never read it. I've never seen the musical. I was a theater geek, and I mean, I finally know where that song comes from. That was always played at my my college, junior college's crappy theater department. But yeah. Before I go any further, let me remind you that for every 1,000 subscribers I get, I do purchase one of these bracelets from 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. If you would be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, you'd be doing your part for a better world. Now, Wicked is a prequel to The Wizard of Oz that tells the story of the Wicked Witch of the West, who sadly in this never booty dances with Manson and Gannon. That's an inside joke that only I will get. In this story, there are talking animals. And the talking animals are being abused by the humans. And along comes the Wicked Witch, who isn't wicked yet, but she's green. And everybody's like, ha ha, you're green, we're gonna make fun of you. I mean, literally, there is a scene that it felt like what it felt like when I was in high school and I was the only Caucasian who walked into a room. I mean, I went to a high school that was really ghetto. There was basically a lot of minorities there, and they didn't think kindly of my people. But, so the humans are going full-on Nazi on the talking animals. And, you know, the not-so-wicked witch is going, yeah, that's not right, because I'm apparently the only decent human being here. I mean, if you know history, you would know that one of the big things that happened in World War II is nobody spoke out against the Nazis taking my people away. You know, I mean, to be clear, my grandparents fled the Holocaust, so this is personal to me. And I look at Wicked, and I hate Glinda because she is this superficial. Oh my God, I am so fabulous! Look at how fabulous I am. Oh, the moment calls for me to be kind. I will turn into a kind person to live this moment and show you how fabulous I am. Look at me, I'm pink. Man, even I would rather boogie with the Wicked Witch of the West at this point. So, and again, yes, this is the first half of Wicked. Apparently they're splitting this into... I did not see Wicked, so I don't know what's going on. You know, I mean, there's an intermission in Wicked, obviously, because in a play, it's very rude to get up and go to the restroom. So, yeah, and I mean, to be fair, this is very cartoonish. It is beautiful costumes. I don't necessarily like the singing. I'm not saying that it's poorly sung. I'm just... It doesn't fit the mood of what's happening. I mean, you know, when like the famous song that I know, you know, it's like, I'm not fond of something limits just because someone says they're so. Like, that is a dark, dangerous moment, and it's this moment of liberation in terms of the music. So the music doesn't jive with me very well. I don't much care for... you know, the music, which should be a lot more gloom and doom when it's very upbeat and very cartoonish and very fun. And it's, I mean, you know, one of the things that you could say about the movie Wicked is if you held a mirror up to the people I went to school with in theater, this would be them. They're horrible bigots who believe that what they believe is the only thing to believe, and they will not tolerate other people. I mean, in theater arts, I had a guy who was lighting fires in the theater and was mad at me for telling him to stop, and even when the director told him to stop, he wouldn't. And of course, they did nothing. Theater people, that's what they're like. This is a movie based on a play that is either one, about Nazi Germany, or two, theater people. And I hate those people, so this was agonizing for me. In fact, I will have to admit that I was sitting there at the end going, oh God, please, why is it not over? They have more singing. I don't even understand what's going on anymore. How can Jeff Goldblum be the wizard? How old is the wizard? Why is it that the great secret is reading? It's like somebody watched World War II history and then took really bad acid, and while he was watching World War II history, was watching The Wizard of Oz. You know, reading is a big thing in this. There's apparently a dead language that no one can read. And another parallel to World War II is the Nazis prohibited my people from teaching Hebrew to our children. So we had to learn Hebrew in secret. And it's just one of those basic points that it's like, yes, if you want to destroy a people, destroy their history, destroy their culture, destroy their language. But I don't see, who were the people that could read this language? What is the language? Is it, because it sounded like Latin to me. It really did. And, well, I'm going to make the statement that, on the one hand, this was definitely too slow. They should have cut a good 40 minutes out of this. You know, there's a lot of scenes that are just like, we're having a song for the purpose of a song. And I will also say that Glinda's character arc happens too fast. She turns on a dime, and that's kind of an aspect of her character, but it's not well explained enough in this for it to really jive with me. But then it's just probably because this brought up a lot of bad memories for me. Is probably why I didn't enjoy it. I'm going to say that this movie, it's probably somewhere in the middle of your watch list. It's not great. It's not. People, that Wicked is no, it's not that great. It's not Phantom of the Opera. It's not, it's not Sweeney Todd either. Sweeney Todd is still much better. It's not Les Miserables. And, I would even say that not the movie, but the show Cats, which I have seen, the live-action version, is better than this. Granted, Cats did not have a plot. The movie had a plot, and that's what ruined it. Cats was about singing cats. It was about moments. This, it has a plot with just too many moving parts. And all those moving parts, I think, turn it into some kind of gobbledygook. Whereas the songs, look, I used to warm up to Phantom of the Opera. I love that song. Sweeney Todd was not as high on my list, but I very much enjoyed the music. With this, there's no earworms in here. This stuff is not going to get caught in your head. So it's competently made. And, I imagine that if I could connect with the lyrics better, if I could understand the lyrics better, I would probably like them. But this is a lot more like pop music, where all you're really getting is the chorus, and it's just the rest of it is noise. So, again, it's middle to upper middle of your watch list. It's not a bad film. It's just, it's a little too long, and it's, I can't say it was poorly acted. I can say that I would have liked the writing to be a little clearer. And I can't say that I had a lot of trouble connecting with the characters because there were just so many of them. And, you never really get, it's like, look, people are evil. This chick is green. People are evil, so they don't like the chick who's green. There's just not, there's no precedent for that. She's unique, but she's not like, there are people who are born with real medical conditions that make them ugly. This chick is like, okay, she's green, but she ain't ugly. Like, hey, if I ran into this chick and she was green, I would be like, awesome, green chick, because I'm a weirdo. But, other people would be like, yeah, hey, people are into green. This is a world with, like, talking goats and talking bears. People would be into green. It wouldn't be that big of a thing. Anyway, so that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear yours. Comments below. I'm Richard.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Fred the Facehugger, and I'd like to point out that this world isn't a nice place. But you know who's trying to make it a nice place? The owner of this channel, yes. The owner of this channel does things like pay for ocean cleanup, and have trees planted, and even feed orphans in an orphanage in Mexico. Yes, it's a real thing, I'm not kidding. I may be a face-hugging alien from a horror movie, but I'm not a liar. Anyway, when you comment, like, and subscribe, you're supporting that better world, and whereas it may not make a big difference, it may be the difference between one more tree planted, one more pound of trash out of the ocean, or one child not going hungry tonight. So, think about it. Shouldn't you comment? Shouldn't you like? Shouldn't you subscribe? I certainly would if I were you. I'm Fred.